guys, it is another beautiful and exciting week, and we are so glad to be back on this show that is called Q Club. Of course, in case you're watching us for the very first time, we're definitely excited that you decided to join us and, of course, be part of the fun and excitement and other things that we'll be doing on the show. I'm Roro, and of course, I'm with Lucky.
Definitely, we are always more than glad to have you be part of this journey. It's so exciting to see you in this brand new year. Yeah. We're looking forward to many other amazing things that we have packaged for you.
Absolutely. Is there anything attached to your dress code? Because I know Christmas is over, but you seem like you look like Father Christmas.
Really? I think it's just pretty much me vibing to the new year.
In reds. It's not Valentine's Day yet, but you're still
getting
vibing.
Closer to it, so yeah.
All right, so we've got quite a number of things jam-packed for you guys. You know how we do it. This is a show for kids and teens to interact and, of course, to just get to learn and have some awesome adventures right here on the show. Did you know that the results were actually out on Friday?
It's that part of life. A lot of hearts are broken now. It's even now more steady because we accuse heartbreaks from relationships, but this is like the clear standpoint now, my friend.
No, but this is like a good heartbreak because it teaches you a lesson. You need to work hard next time, and you know, so that you get the marks that you have been waiting for. And imagine that the results were out before New Year's Eve. So meaning that, you know, you celebrate New Year's Eve according to whatever marks that you got.
Which is obviously
your mood should depend on what you got. Yeah.
The mood dependence just hits different.
Yeah. Definitely. What was your favorite part about last year?
Last year, the drama. I think naturally how events were unfolding, especially in the previous year, 2021, we've been accustomed to COVID, and now like restrictions are a bit down. I think when people just started lingering again, they came up with that new vibe, new fresh of interaction, and just everything on the surface changed. So this year forward, I think we need more of such and just brilliant ideas to focus on what they have.
Great. And of course, a lot of creativity is required because you know, there's a lot of innovations out there and a lot of things that you can do to keep yourselves very, very busy. And the bad part about what's happening with the start of this year is that COVID-19 is back. So make sure that you mask up, you take care of yourselves as you head out. You know, we're kind of relaxed, you know, during those days. People started going to school without wearing their masks, but you need to start doing that once again because the Ministry of Health has given us some figures on what to expect and what is currently going on. All right, so speaking of that, let's get to see maybe how our body works because it's also very important to take care of ourselves if you want to stay healthy. So let's check out how the body works and we'll be back.
Hello there, Nerb.
Chloe, what are you doing up there?
Looking for a learning adventure.
Okay, good luck. Hope you find a good one.
Oh, I already have. Tell me, Nerb, what do you know about the urinary system?
Way too much.
No, seriously, what do you know?
There's some bean-shaped things and maybe some tubes.
Precisely, and also imprecisely. You see, the urinary tract begins at the kidneys, which are the two bean-shaped things. The kidneys are organs the size of your fist that sit under your ribs along your back. Kidneys filter blood to remove waste. That waste and extra water combine to make urine, which is also called pee.
Chloe?
After the kidneys, it's pretty much just plumbing. The urine enters two small tubes, one coming from each kidney.
Chloe?
Those are called the ureters. They lead to the bladder. The bladder is a sac that holds the pee.
Chloe!
Right now, your bladder is probably feeling very full. since you look really stressed out about it. When it's time to go to the bathroom, the smooth muscle of the bladder contracts to push pee into another tube called the urethra, which carries the pee out of the body.
Chloe, you know that typically I'd love to learn anything about the human body. But right now, I think I'd really prefer to talk about anything but pee.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nerb. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. It's just that staying hydrated is incredibly important to keep the human body running well. Fluids of all kinds help keep us hydrated, but nothing does it as well as water.
Yes. Tell me more about water, Chloe.
Our bodies are actually made of water. 60% of our body mass is just water.
Have another sip, Chloe. Talk to me about hydration.
We feel better and even think better when we drink enough water. Plus, it's delicious and refreshing. Drinking water keeps you from getting dehydrated. That's when you don't drink enough water and you feel dizzy and sick.
How is that water, Chloe?
It's great. I feel very hydrated. Did you know that you can tell if you've drunk enough water by the color of your pee? If you're well hydrated, your pee will be light yellow because your body has plenty of extra water to get rid of. If you're dehydrated, your pee may be a darker yellow because your body is holding on to the water instead of peeing it out.
Have you had enough water, Chloe?
Yeah, I think I have.
And now we wait.
I have to pee!
Get in line, sister. It's gonna be a wait.
But I can't wait. I just drank this whole bottle of water. What could possibly be going on in there?
Just take a deep breath and think of all those happily hydrated cells sloshing around in your body, full of all that water you just drank.
That's it. I'm busting in there.
Grandpa Jebediah Nerb?
Eh? Who's that? I'm trying to nap here.
Nap? I've been waiting all this time, and you've been napping?
It's the only place to grab some peace and quiet around here.
Excuse me, Grandpa Nerb, but do you think you could let us pee?
Yeah, keep your pants on.
You know what they say, ladies first.
Oh, no, that's what humans say. In Nerbus, the saying goes up, he who shows up first to urinate is allowed to be the first to urinate.
Oh, come on, you just made that up.
No.
So most of the times last year was dedicated to boosting our immune system, kudia maningi ma oranges, a lot of citrus fruits. But guess what? It is back again, so we really need to start boosting our immune system. Do you know any ways that people can boost their immune system?
I think for me personally, what I do is I exercise a lot. I go out for workouts almost practically on a daily basis because I need to do working here and there.
But you're saying the truth, it's just not for the camera.
Yes, that's the truth. But also you can try and engage, like obviously the healthy diet does play a key critical role in this regard, and just being conscious of what you expose your body to. I think that as well.
Yeah, definitely. And eat a lot of fruits like oranges, lemons, just a lot of citrus fruits. Fruits in general are very, very important for your body's immune system. And also make sure that you get enough sunlight, okay? And also you really need to work out. You need to balance your diet and things like that. And also just don't forget that once in a while you need to steam your body with water and some nice natural oils that you can use. So you know what they say, that prevention is better than cure.
Definitely.
Let us start now. Let's not wait for the numbers to increase so that we know that COVID-19 is here. Let's not do that. All right, so moving on, we are so glad that we have made it to the next year. But there's so many things that we need to discover, and this is why our next segment is dedicated to people like me who are very
I think this particular segmentation of the show really highlights some of the things. For me, I believe in two philosophies. Obviously, getting to know more about the world daily than I knew yesterday.
Yeah.
And obviously, just getting to extend a hand to somebody there. So you can only do that if you discover how people are living, how things function. So it's pretty much discovering whatever that is within your environment.
All right, so let's go around and visit a country that everybody is familiar with. Let's go. Hi guys, let's have a look at Morocco, what it looks like, where it's located, and how the people live. Morocco is the only country in North Africa that is a monarchy. Did you know? Well, the Kingdom of Morocco is the only country in Africa with coastlines on both the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. Rabat is the capital of Morocco. Morocco sits at the northwestern edge of Africa. It actually shares borders with Algeria and the territory of Western Sahara. Morocco has controlled Western Sahara since the 1970s. The Atlas Mountains divide Morocco into eastern and western halves. The Rif Mountains run along the Mediterranean coast. Mount Toubkal in the Atlas Mountains is Morocco's highest peak. It reaches a height of 13,665 feet, which is about 4,165 meters. The southern and southern edges of Morocco lie within the Sahara, the world's largest desert. Most of the country has mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers. The forests of oak, fir, and cedar trees grow in the mountains. Bushes and grasses cover the lowlands. A forest of cork oak trees grows east of Rabat. Many large animals in Morocco have disappeared because of hunting. The government protects Morocco's Barbary, a kind of monkey which live in the Atlas Mountains. Morocco has many birds, including storks, flamingos, and pelicans. The people of Morocco are mostly Arabs and Berbers. More than 60% of the people live in cities, mainly in the northwest. Arabic is the main language spoken in Morocco. Some people also speak French or Berber. Islam is the national religion. More than 60% of the workforce is engaged in manufacturing and services. Morocco is one of the world's largest producers and exporters of phosphates, which are used to make fertilizers and many other products. Coal, iron, ore, lead, zinc, and manganese are also mined. The cloth and clothing industries have expanded, especially in producing clothes for sale in Europe. Services, especially tourism and real estate, are an important part of Morocco's economy. Many Moroccans are farmers or fishers. Major crops include wheat, barley, sugar beets, citrus fruits, vegetables, and olives. The Atlantic Ocean provides a large cache of fish. Morocco's early peoples included Berber tribes. Traders from the Middle East began arriving in North Africa more than 2,000 years ago. The Roman Empire controlled the region in the 300s. Arab armies arrived in 692. Many people converted to Islam. Islamic Berber kingdoms ruled Morocco from the 1000s to the 1200s. They also ruled much of Spain and North Africa. By the end of the 1600s, Morocco was a strong and independent Islamic kingdom. In 1830, France invaded Morocco's neighbor Algeria. France took control of most of Morocco in 1912. Spain controlled parts of northern and southern Morocco. The Moroccan king stayed on the throne, but the French held the real power. The Berbers in the Atlas Mountains fought the French until 1934, During World War II, Moroccans began to call for independence. Morocco gained independence from both France and Spain in 1956. In 1975, Morocco took over the northern part of a territory called Western Sahara. The Spanish, who controlled the territory, left in 1976. Morocco took the southern part of the Western Sahara from Mauritania in 1979, while a rebel group from Western Sahara was fighting for territory's independence at the start of the 21st century. The people of the Western Sahara still had not agreed to Moroccan rule. Morocco was affected by the pro-democracy movement known as the Arab Spring. The movement spread throughout North Africa and the Middle East began in the late 2010. Morocco is ruled by a king and unelected government, but the king has most of the power in the country. After a number of protests in Morocco in February 2011, the king vowed to make political reforms. He proposed a new constitution that would give him less power and strengthen the role of the parliament. Voters approved the new constitution, but some people thought the changes were not enough. More unrest arose a few years later. The protests focused on how the government contributed to widespread poverty in the country. Those are some of the amazing facts about Morocco. Now you know what Morocco is, where it's located, and what the people do. Alright, so Morocco is such a very beautiful country, I must say. And sometimes it sounds as though Morocco is not in Africa, but trust me, it is in Africa.
Yeah, because sometimes Morocco itself had applied to be part of the EU. I think it should be 1985, somewhere there. Though due to geographical locations, the EU board said that no, you're an African country. So it's pretty much part of Africa. Congratulations to them for the wonderful performance.
Yeah, they reached the semi-finals, and of course they came out number 4, which a lot of people prayed for, including us, the Zambian people, but we did not reach there. But we hope that next time, after like 5 years, right, Zambia will be ready for, not 5,
2024.
Zambia will be ready for the World Cup and maybe play at the semi-finals or even the finals as well. I was so sad that Neymar had to cry when Brazil was,
women and their fake love for football. We know that.
I love football. I love to watch Neymar on screen.
Yeah.
I love to watch Kylian Mbappe as well on screen. Like,
people are like, no, Messi won the World Cup, but Mbappe won our hearts. Like, come on.
Did you see the pictures where Messi was sleeping with the World Cup on his side, like the trophy?
The trophy. Ish, that was like beautiful, guys. And then I think for me, it's painted out a picture where he had time within that short space to accommodate his family, which you should also value as well. Not say, no, he's busy. He's not busy, my friend. He's not. You should care for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So remember, this is a kids and teens show. All the kids and teens out there, we love to do the things that we are supposed to do. All right, so next up, let's go to the zoo and get to discover some amazing stuff.
Today, we will look at 12 interesting facts about sea turtles, aka the coolest surfers on the sea. They have been around for a very, very long time. The oldest known sea turtle fossils date back about 150 million years, making them some of the oldest creatures on Earth. Just for some context, dinosaurs became extinct 65 million years ago. They really love to travel. Leatherback sea turtles can travel more than 10,000 miles every year. For sea turtles, home is where the heart is. When it's time to lay their eggs, female sea turtles return to the same nesting grounds where they were born. They can hold their breath for a very, very long time. Green sea turtles can stay underwater for up to 5 hours, but their feeding dives usually only last 5 minutes or less. They can grow to be super heavy. Leatherback sea turtles can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. Just look at this behemoth. Their eggs look amazingly like ping pong balls, but they are not. So don't try to play with females. They lay up to 150 eggs every 2 to 3 years. A couple of months later, tiny turtles emerge. And for the new hatchlings, it really is survival of the fittest. It is estimated that only one hatchling in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Whether it's the treacherous journey from nest to ocean or the predatory dangers of the open sea, it's a cruel world out there for these youngsters. Male sea turtles spend their entire lives at the sea. Since they do not have to return to land to lay eggs, males almost never leave the ocean. This can make it difficult to keep track of population numbers. Sometimes they cry, but not because they are sad. Sea turtles have glands that help them empty excess water from the eyes, making it appear as though they are crying. But not to worry, they are just doing some spring cleaning. Their gender depends on how hot or cold their environment was while they were in their eggs. During incubation, their sex is determined by the temperature of the surrounding environment. Warm temperatures tend to produce more female hatchlings, whereas cooler temperatures result in males. They are in deep trouble. It's our fault. There are 7 species of sea turtles, 6 of which are either threatened or endangered. Humans pose the biggest threat to a sea turtle's survival, which contributes to problems such as entanglement, habitat loss, and consumption of their eggs and meat. These sea creatures are totally adorable, but you already knew that. That's it from our Animal Planet today. Bye-bye!
Alright, welcome back. It's always good to discover and of course to go on adventures. This is what Q Club is all about. In case you have any questions or any contributions, simply find us on Facebook, that is Q Club Zambia. Send us pictures of some of the amazing things that you did last year. We want to know.
We definitely want to know how you are obviously tagging along to this year and how just you'd want to bring out some other issues that are burning in your community, and with regards to any other project that you yourself as a person might have, want to celebrate with you.
Definitely. Now, you know what they say, that where you come from actually shapes your way of thinking, the way that you interact with others, because charity actually begins at home. I don't know if that aligns with what I'm about to say, but we say it anyways.
Not even charity, mercy, Mutinka, everything begins at home.
Joshua begins at home, okay? So we always talk about how people should enhance their self-esteem by reading books, maybe traveling, interacting with others. But parents also play a huge role with how your self-esteem is shaped. Imagine if I'm coming from a home that is broken, I'm coming from a home where they always shout at me, my self-esteem will be shattered. So as parents, if you are watching, it's very important that you put morale in your girl child, boy child, so they may go out there with a lot of confidence. And, you know, a person with high self-esteem will be very confident. Don't you agree?
Confidence is just the best clothes one can put on.
Absolutely. So let's check out our Teen Talk for today and be inspired.
Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to yet another segment here on Q Club. Today I'm being joined by our beautiful guest, Natasha, and I am your host, Elena Soko. So today we're going to be talking about something that is really common amongst a lot of people, especially the teens. So today we'll be talking about stress And Natasha, how are you feeling to be here, to be our beautiful guest?
Okay, so I think I'm just feeling okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you tell us something about stress? What does stress mean to you?
Okay, so to me, stress means to be suffocated.
Oh, really?
Because I've experienced it, and whenever I feel so stressed, I feel so suffocated. I feel like I'm in a cage, like I've just been caged.
Okay.
Yes.
I get you. I guess I feel you. So, is your stress mostly positive on the positive side or the negative side?
I would say positive side because I learned how to handle my stress.
What of those people that are around you? Don't they feel as if no, you overdo it or something?
Oh, honestly speaking, I've never considered how about what people think on how I like feel or how I react to my stress.
No, really.
Yes.
But when it comes to your surrounding, how do you deal with it as an individual? Because there are most of the times whereby you're stressed out, then other people just come in and put more stress on you. So how are you able to cope with that?
How am I able to cope with that? I'd say I dissociate myself from it, from just within me. I dissociate myself from my emotion and just be me.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. And in such a situation, where and when do you feel most relaxed?
Where and when? State of mind. I'd
Okay,
say
that's good.
state
It's
of
okay.
mind because, like, the mind is everything to me. It doesn't matter where I am, for as long as I have peace in my mind, then I'm okay.
Okay. Don't you go out, maybe going out with some friends just to relax and find something else to do?
You know, if you are stressed,
Because
and
there are
as
some people who just stay indoors. Even when they're stressed, they just stay indoors. They don't do anything. So,
that's also a solution, but like if you are stressed, everything is in your mind. So if you don't like get to understand how to resolve it in your mind, then you won't make it.
yeah.
Yes.
So, what can you do to help yourself feel less stressed during classes?
During
Because
classes.
the schools are now opened, and there are most of the times people will be stressed out, say, no, I didn't perform better last year, so I should perform better this year. So that's the feeling and the excitement. Plus the grade sevens all passed.
Oh wow.
Yes,
Okay.
apparently, and the grade nine, so feeling that vibe. Some will be
I
stressed to
get
do
it.
better.
All right. So like when I would give myself as an example, when I'm in class, my mind just tells me that okay, this is time to focus. So if I feel so stressed, I do my best to dissociate myself from the emotions because being stressed just on its own, it's an emotion.
Yes.
And you know, if I don't deal with it day and then, it will affect me academically. I won't concentrate in class. I won't pay attention to what lecturers are doing, are teaching, or anything. So I just dissociate myself. I separate myself from my emotions and just focus.
Head of those friends, the tight friends, those friends who stress you out to an extent whereby you don't even know what to do or where to run to. How would you deal with that? In fact, how do you yourself deal with that? Because there are those clingy friends that always cling to you, and maybe they give you bad advice that force you to do other things that you're not supposed to. Like, for example, if you're in school, you might be forced to say, okay, guy, let's go drink. That's also another kind of stress, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So how would you avoid that?
How can I avoid that? I think with me, I avoid that by through taking a walk, through locking myself and just be dancing because I love dancing.
How do you dance in the classroom? Lock yourself in the classroom.
If I'm in
and
class,
dance.
as I say, I just dissociate myself from my emotions,
Yeah.
from my me, and just focus on the reality. That's all. But if I'm out of class, I'd rather take a walk. I'll just close myself in the room and dance.
Oh, wow, that sounds good. I think I'll also be doing that.
Interesting. You should try.
Yeah. So when you're stressed, sometimes it's very hard for you to laugh because that stress will be pushing you down to an extent whereby you just be moody, you don't want to associate with anyone. How and what makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh?
Yeah, you're already laughing right here, I can say.
Because the question makes me laugh. Okay, with me, what makes me laugh is comedy. I really love comedy.
Okay.
So I'd rather just like watch comedy. If I don't have any comedy in my PC, in my phone, I would prefer just like maybe tune into Nickelodeon, then I'll be laughing. If it's not that, the other thing that makes me laugh is drama situations. Like, you know, where you are so stressed and like your roommates or your friends just like passes a silly comment. I'll just look at the comment and, you know, I'll laugh at it because they don't know what I'm passing through. Like, they are not me. And I can't force them to be me. So I'll allow them to do whatever they want and I'll just laugh over whatever they'll say.
What of those moments you felt to fall asleep? How do you deal with that?
When I felt to fall asleep, I love reading books.
Wow, you're a reader. You should teach me. You should help me. I'm trying to cope with that.
With me, if I'm home, I'd rather just get a book, start reading, and when I'm reading a book while it's laying in bed, I sleep. Yes. Then when I'm at school, I usually just study the least course I don't like.
Oh, really? That's new.
Yes. That's what I do. And when I start, I'll feel lazy.
No, okay. So who are the people you can talk to about your stress?
Who are the people I can talk
to? At a personal level. And
at a personal level.
Talking to the viewers out there, who are the people that they can talk to?
Okay.
When they're stressed.
Looking at the times when I've been so stressed in my life, mostly I'd reach out to my best friend, Angela. And I would I feel like whenever I talk to her, there is just something that there is a certain way we run our conversation in a way that I'll feel less stressed. Then to the viewers, I would say, you know, you can run out to someone you are close to, or your family. It can be your family, it can be your pastor, it can be your mentor, or anyone else, or your teachers at school. But just don't go to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. So what is your source of power or hope?
It's God.
God.
Yes.
Wow, that's really impressive. I can see you have a lot of things to say about stress and how you can deal with stress. And what do you think is the right way of dealing with stress? You can tag us and talk more about it on our Facebook page. Thank you for joining us, and this has been your host Elina Soko and my beautiful guest right here, Natasha. Till next time.
Well, that's a very good way to wrap up the show. I think very motivating, very inspiring. You can learn one or two things.
Is it not unfortunate that we have to leave?
It's unfortunate, but we've ended on a good note. Why are you rushing to leave? We're still here. We're still talking. We're still chilling. We're still creating the good environment. All right. So as the year begins, you know, let's make some good plans, some good resolutions. Plans should be realistic. Not yet next Mairo, America. We need to put plans in order. Make sure you know someone in America. You've got a plan on how you're going to go there. So in case you want to, you know, start something on by yourself, especially the teens out there, because we're just coming from Teen Talk, how to boost your self-esteem, how to make good plans. You need to have, you know, somewhere you can write. Plan your things and make sure that you keep yourselves busy with things that will definitely develop your mind and educate you, transform you into a better person, and you know you can be the change that you want today. What's your favorite quote?
Don't let your dreams be dreams. It's like you pretty much looking for a job till your job becomes a job again.
Oh, so
whatever you dream,
your dreams should become reality.
Yeah, don't let your dreams
be
dreams.
It, yeah? I love that. So my quote is, when the power of love overcomes the love for power, the world will know peace.
Wow.
That's what we end with today. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll be back again next week, same time, same place, as we kickstart another week. But for today, we end here, and we wish you all the best as you begin the new year. From me, your girl Roro,
and Laxon Kevin Perry. Remember to stay interactive on our social handle, Q Club Zambia.
Peace out.